Creating notes in Google Keep. Google Keep is essentially a digital post-it note board, and there are a variety of notes you can add to your digital board. You can do a text, which would simply be typing, or a website. You can do a drawing. You can do a list, which is great for that list of to-dos that you may want to get accomplished, or for students on things that they need to accomplish. You can set reminder notes. Reminder notes can be done by place as well as by date and time. The mobile app will allow you to take an audio note. Not only will allow you to record yourself, but it will also translate or transcribe what it is that you have said into text. And you're also able to take an image note as well. In this brief video, we're going to be exploring the first 4 on this list, and another video, our next one, will explore both audio and image notes. Now, to take a note within Google Keep, let me get to my Google Keep here, you will see that up at the top of my desktop version here, I have a spot that says take a note. So to take a note, I can simply start typing in that box. So I might say something like, check out OIT's videos on YouTube. Now you'll see when I'm typing in this box that there is a spot above it for a title. So I could go ahead and give this a title, video resources. All right, that is going to give me a note that is going to be text. I can hit close, and then that is going to appear down here underneath my pinned notes. To take a drawing, if I, again, on that desktop version, if I scroll over, you'll see a little paintbrush. If I select this icon here, it will bring up a drawing board. Now, my default is going to be a black pen. So I could go ahead here and draw a nice little smiley face here with my mouse, but you can see across the top of my screen, I then have a variety of tools available. I, of course, have an eraser. I can clear the entire page. I can go in and select a variety of thicknesses for my brush as well as colors, and of course there's an arrow down, so you can see I have a variety here of choices from your basic colors all the way down to a very pastel color. So maybe I'm going to select yellow for my smiley face, and I will make my brush a little bit wider, and I can then come in and with my mouse go ahead and draw. Notice it's a bit like a calligraphy pen. I can get that thick and thin line there if I wish. I also have the ability to come in here and let's pick a different color, and you can see I have another pen type here. Okay, this one is not going to be that calligraphy pen. And then my last option is going to be a highlighter. And so in this case, if I click and draw, you'll see it's going to be automatically set to be a very pale, almost transparent color. My last option is going to allow me to put a background. So if I wanted to make sure that I was drawing neatly, I could put a grid. In fact, if I clear this and clear my entire drawing, I now have a grid here. I could come in and with my marker, I could come in here and even begin making some kind of bar graph to illustrate some data or a point I might be trying to make. For a student, think of this as a very easy way that they could come in and use this as a tool to display their math problem. So if I have for something maybe 3 times 2, I could come in here and draw my 3 groups of 2 and visually show that in an easy way. Once I'm done, I hit the arrow going back. Here's my note. I do have the ability, notice underneath of my drawing, to give it a title and note. So I could actually put here math example, and then 3 times 2 equals 6. And then when I close it, my note is down along with my others. To create a checklist, you can see there is a box here with that little check mark. This will automatically take anything that I type and make it a list. So I might have, for example, gray papers. If I hit enter, it will give me another line to type my next thing. So maybe I want to create my smartboard on multiplication. And as I continue going down, I do have the ability to create sub sections. So I could do create my smartboard on multiplication. So I might want to gather pictures of arrays to put into that. And to make it underneath, I can grab, notice my cursor has now turned into crosshairs, and I can drag it underneath. Now when I close this particular note, you'll see next to each one of my items, I have a checkbox. And once I complete it, I can check it off. It'll put a strike through that item and move it to the bottom of the list. If I check something off by mistake, I can simply uncheck it and it'll bring it back up to where I had it. The last kind of note that I'm going to discuss in this brief video tutorial is the reminder. So I might have the reminder that I have a meeting about creating a video tutorial on Smart Notebook. I need to set that date and time. Now to do that, you'll see here along my icons below my text, I have a little bell. So if I select that, you'll see, of course, what will come up later today, tomorrow, next week. I can also pick a date and time. So maybe this particular meeting is going to be on the 15th in the afternoon at 1 o'clock. Notice I do have the ability to repeat this, and I can hit save. Now this will then pop up a reminder on my screen in the lower bottom corner to remind me of that when the time comes. Now another option that I can do when it comes to taking reminders is setting a location reminder. This works particularly well if you have the Google Keep app installed on your mobile device. So for example, I might have something buy chocolate at BJ's for training. Okay. Now when I go in to select my reminder, you'll see I have the ability to pick place. So if I hit pick place and if I start typing in even the name of the location, you'll see here BJ's Wholesale. It's pulling actually from Google Maps. So when I come here and select BJ's Wholesale, I can hit save. And what will happen is my phone will then ding with that reminder when I reach that location. It's going to utilize the location settings on my phone to know when it's an appropriate time to send me that reminder. So when I hit close and scroll down, here are going to be my reminders along with all of my other notes that I have taken.